everyone, it's Sherry Manholt here at the BC Wildlife Park, and I'm just in front of the grizzly bear exhibit, and I've got kind of mixed feelings about seeing bears in captivity. Now, the BC Wildlife Park does amazing work, and really they take animals that have been injured in the wild, or cubs that have been abandoned, or any baby animal that's been abandoned, and they basically take them in and create habitats here for them. But I still have mixed feelings about seeing them in captivity. Now, seeing the bears in particular reminded me of something that I was talking about on a hangout last week, and it was about creating vibrational walls and the places that we create these limitations for ourselves. And sometimes the limitations feel like they are imposed upon us, and sometimes they are. But I want to tell you a story about another bear and maybe illustrate what these limitations actually do to us. So there was a bear that was actually captured from the wild, and he was placed in a 10 by 10 foot cage. And initially the bear would just rage against the cage, and if anybody came by or the zookeeper came by to feed it, he would kind of huff and puff and pace back and forth and pace back and forth, and he was always fed at the same time. He was fed at 10 o'clock in the morning. And every day the zookeeper came and left food at the front of the cage. And every day the bear would huff and puff and finally go eat. Now, over time, the bear kind of figured out that he was going to get fed whether he huffed and puffed and paced or not. He was just going to get fed anyway. So he started just kind of laying in the corner, knowing that the food was coming. So eventually the food would come at 10 o'clock in the morning, and the bear would just kind of get up lazily and walk over and eat his food. Now, eventually, this had gone on for long enough that the zookeeper said, what would happen if we actually took the cage off the bear and just, left him wide open? And people said, oh, you're crazy, you can't do that. He said, well, let's just see what happens. So they basically removed the cage so the bear could go anywhere. But here's the thing. The food came at 10 o'clock, and the bear walked to the edge of 10 feet where he was used to being able to walk, and wouldn't walk further to get the food. I think the food was left like 5 feet outside of the 10-foot zone that he was used to walking. So how many of us actually do that in our own lives too? Where we've got these outside barriers, and then we create internal barriers based on those outside barriers. So when those outside restrictions change, we still act as though they're real. So I invite you to take a look at your own life and look at the places where you've decided that you can't do something. And then ask yourself when you decided that. And is that true now? And is that relevant now? And what might your life look like if you actually chose something different? So hope you have a wonderful day. It is smoking hot here at the Wildlife Park. I'm hanging out here with the grizzlies and the lynx and the wolves and the bears and the black bears, all of it. Having a great day. Hope you have a great one too, and may you live a limitless life.